baseball fans, and welcome. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton saying one of the stories in this one is a highly anticipated Major League debut, and all eyes will be on him as he gets the start on the mound.
I love watching pitching debuts at this level because there's no wait.
Zach McKinstry.
Zach McKinstry.
Inside, and we are underway. And another ball. Sasaki, a big part of the storyline for us today. He's making his debut and hoping to carve out a valuable role in the mound with this ball club. Good hitters count the 2-0. That one drifts inside.
At this point, it doesn't matter if you're a first rounder or an undrafted free agent. All that matters once you reach this level is producing. Can you help your team get better? It's a big question. That said, you don't want to put too much pressure on your debut. I hope he's taking time to enjoy this experience today.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Right through there, got him. And one away. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Left-hand batter waits. Pitch misses there, and a count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Inside, just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
One down, base is empty. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Now a chance for Kerry Carpenter. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. Sasaki, 23 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Ball one there.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Fouled off left side. That one off the mark, and the count's even at 2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
That one misses, and the count's full. Two outs. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. This one in the air. Betts settles underneath it. And that is that. Down in order go the Tigers. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
When I come out, they run out. I'll be working that stage to the sun out. Your boy cooked, I'm blown up. Time to lace my boots and show up. And if you still can't hear it.
Back here at Dodger Stadium. And taking the ball for Detroit, Jack Flaherty.
Well, this guy's coming off a season where he fell short of 200 strikeouts, which is kind of the ultimate for pitchers to get to that level. And it just tells you how nasty his stuff is, but it also leaves a little bit on the table for him to come out this season and make sure that he gets over that number so that he can go into the offseason feeling like I'm in a pretty special group.
That's out to center field. Meadows under it, puts it away for the out. One down. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And that misses. And 1-1. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
1-2.
And that one got a piece of him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Here's the charter member of MLB's 50-50 club, Shohei Ohtani at the plate.
Yeah, such a memorable night when Ohtani officially reached 50-50. He was playing in Miami and just happened to go 6 for 6 with 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases.
His 2024 was so impressive. There was a brief moment when people wondered, could he reach 60-60? Just wild. Man at first, one away. Yeah, that's fouled off.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
And that one wrapped foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Ball.
high fly ball right field. Carpenter has a beat on it. And there's 2 down.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Matt Muncy.
Muncy digs in. Flaherty a move to first.
No.
And he's back in
Hey.
safely. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
0-2.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball. 1 left for LA, scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Here's Riley Green. One of the best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. Sasaki back to work. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Singy, is this more common today? Guys really only succeeding against pitchers throwing from a specific side?
I think it's because you just don't get a very long trial period anymore. I mean, with the analytics and the numbers, teams are looking for instant success with the lineups that they construct. So if you don't figure it out quickly against certain types of pitchers, you're just not going to get those opportunities.
Here is Gleyber Torres.
Gleyber Torres.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Handles, throws to first, and Gleyber Torres retired. And next up for the Tigers, Spencer Torkelson. Hitless in the series so far. He's 0 for 7. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, bats up with it. Over to first, and they get Torkelson for the out. And that'll do it. So they go quietly there. Down to the bottom of the 2nd. We're tied, 0-0. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. Now it's Mookie Betts. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Line drive to short and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Fought off foul. Nothing here in the bottom of the 2nd. Yeah, that's outside. And now it's even 1-1. Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like to pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
2-1.
And that one missing low. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor
3-1.
leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name. And that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
That one finds the zone. And now it's 3-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And that one is in there, called strike 3.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch
Batting
probably
seven.
could have gone either
That's
way. He was hoping to get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Smith with a homer in his last game. Fastball for a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the
No
count.
ball, 2 strikes.
I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
2 down, nobody on. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch. Dodgers down in order. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Welcome back.
Leading off
And
the
struggles
the
at the
designated
plate
hitter,
in this
Cole
series as we take a look at the
Key.
numbers.
From the mud, I'm talking about the slums from a city where it's wicked. Most people scared to come, scared to box. They're running, get their from the area. Was all about the funds, put my people on. Now it's division, everybody in competition on the same mission. So why they diss, don't nobody take
Strike on the inside corner. And a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting 8, the catcher, number 34.
And here's the catcher, Jake Rogers.
Rogers.
2 for 7 in the series so far. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Keith on at first. Nobody out. Grounded to third. Could be 2. Fires to second for 1. On to Freddie. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The third baseman, Andy Ibanez.
So 2 down now, and here is Andy Ibanez. 1 run batted in yesterday. Their only run of the game.
That's
Just
the ball.
missed. Two out, space is empty. Hit on the ground to the right
That's
side. And it goes just foul. next offering is in for a strike. And that one is inside. Top of the third, no score. Outside corner, got him looking. Tigers are shut down there. Still no score. Back here at Chavez Ravine as we go to the last of the third. And here is Michael Conforto. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Outman digs in now. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. In there for strike one. And delivers outside.
That's the ball.
Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Carpenter makes the catch for the out. And there's one away.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
So the batting order turns over. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Fly to center his first time. There's a strike.
0-1.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And out of here. A towering shot to center. His second of the year. It's 2-0.
Freddie has such a smooth swing. He makes these home runs look so effortless. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Base is empty, one away. Now it's the second baseman. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He's really good
Now
hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Ohtani at the plate for the second time as he takes ball 1.
1-0.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the last half of the third. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
That one inside, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And it's a full count. Good job to fight that one off. Two outs. That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Muncy in the box now. No balls and a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Flaherty keeping him close. That one misses. One ball, one strike. That misses off the outside edge. The count 2-1. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie.
Here's Betts.
And there's the strike. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
And a ground ball to first. He'll do it himself. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. And it's 2-zip Dodgers. It's Major League Baseball on the show.
Yeah, we in goal mode. Going. Yeah, we in goal mode.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
McKinstry.
And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. That That misses. 1-2 to count.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Strike 3. Sasaki gets the strikeout.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on it for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Meadows batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Meadows, 25 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2018. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And makes the grab. 2 down.
The right fielder, number 30, Kerry Carpenter.
And up next for Detroit, Kerry Carpenter. 0 for 1 so far. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That's inside, and it's 1-1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
2-1.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
Full count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Tigers fail to make any noise, and they're down 2-0. Back here in L.A., ready to go, bottom 4. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
That to right. Carpenter makes his way towards it. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Throws to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. First pitch, and he just misses.
I feel with the way that Will Smith is able to handle the bat, control the bat head, he's very capable of finding green space and driving in that run.
Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
1-1.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Meadows. And there's one down. Michael Conforto
Now
will
batting,
climb in.
right fielder,
Doubled his
Michael
first time up.
Conforto.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. Just missed.
Inside.
Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Man at second. Lifted in the air, right field. Carpenter makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Up next for the Dodgers, the center fielder, James.
And next for L.A., James Outman. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
The throw to first, and that is the inning. So the Dodgers leave one as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for the
pitcher's
Tigers,
duel so
the left
far.
fielder,
Here's how the
number
starters
21,
have performed up to this point.
Green.
Sasaki back to work. And a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Late swing, foul to the left. And 1-2.
That's out.
Goes down looking.
Everything in that at bat was away until the final pitch. 3 pitches in a row on the outside part of the plate, and of course, that gets you conditioned to look out there, maybe a little bit out on your toes. So a great call on pitch number 4 to just hit that inside part of the plate and freeze him for strike 3.
Here's Gleyber Torres. He's 0 for 1. Out towards right center field. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Only 2
The
hits
batter,
allowed
the
so
first
far
baseman,
tonight, Boog,
Spencer
so I don't think that one will disrupt his
Torkelson.
momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. That's in there. That's strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike.
And that's outside. Fly ball to right. Conforto coming on. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Colt Keith.
Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Brings it in, and that is that. 1 left for Detroit. They trail it here 2-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, here is Freddie Freeman.
First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Meadows makes the grab on the run.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Now the number 2 hitter, 0 for 2 in this one. In the air, left field, Green sizes this one up. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
And that'll do it. Dodgers go down quietly, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-0. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Outside low. And that's ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man on base to start the inning.
Showed some really nice patience in that at-bat. Worked himself into a good count. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers. Caught looking his first time up. That is upstairs for ball 1.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one at the knees for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
In the air to left center. Drops into the glove. And there's one away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Zach McKinstry.
And now Zach McKinstry, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
That one not close. And that's ball one.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Close one doesn't get the call. Now 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And the slider just misses.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Oh, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Fly ball down the line. Conforto gets under it. And that is that. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Tigers nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Tommy Kahnle.
Now pitching for Detroit, number 43, Tommy Kahnle.
Here's Max Muncy.
Leading up,
He is struck out, and he is walked.
Baseman, Max Muncy.
In there at the knees. Movement in the bullpen. Brant Herter getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Missed with a changeup, and it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's off the mark. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a ball. Full count.
Lifted in the air out to left. Green on the run. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. 1 down.
Oh, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Betts, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Hee-haw!
And that is out of play. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Mookie Betts down on strikes.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Hernandez, the next to hit, takes outside.
1-0.
Two outs. And another
That missed.
ball.
That's a ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Fouls one off. 2-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down that time. 7th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Tigers nothing.
This is my grind, it's what I'm committed to. If it don't sound good, maybe it ain't for you. You want the stardom and the fame, but refuse to pay dues. Ain't nothing in this game getting handed to you.
And we're back. And now the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
That pitch gets the inside corner. That's strike one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Lake Trinan looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Phillips also getting ready. Next offering misses down and away. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just kept it simple, played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Riley Green, the next to hit. To short, could be 2. Quickly to second for 1. On to first in time. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. 1 for 2. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
2 down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And now 1 and 2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one inside. 2 and 2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Tigers are shut down there. They trail things here 2-0.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brant Herter.
Brant Herter.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith.
The catcher.
Herter, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. First pitch doesn't find the zone. swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side.
Now batting,
and the
right
hands
fielder,
just continue to
Michael
carry through
Conforto.
the middle of the field.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. And that's in there at the knees.
It's 0-1.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper.
1-1.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And that's off
in. Ball.
the inside edge. 2-1. Base knock center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
So digging in, James Outman. That one's upstairs, ball one. Just off the outside edge, and the count is 2-0. Just missed.
That's the ball.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Next offering in there for a strike. 3-1. Smith, the lead runner, out at second. Conforto on at first with nobody out. And that'll load the bases.
Runner, take your base.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up
The first
winning this
baseman,
ball
number
game,
5,
they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret.
Here's Freddie Freeman now. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. One runs in. Here comes the throw. Safe. In comes the run from second. It's 4-zip.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Brant Herter done for the night, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen. Jason Foley.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
First and second, no outs. Here's the second baseman. Off the mark there, and that is ball one. This one lifted in the air, left field. Green settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated hitter, Shohei.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
And that's down and away. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is down low. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Grounder off the pitcher. Not in time. He's safe. The comebacker got him down low, and you can really see him favoring the leg. That's his plant leg, which might be a concern, Chris.
Yeah, you hope he's got some feeling in that leg so he can land on it, like you said. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay and try to continue, Boo.
So bases all loaded up. Here comes Max Muncy. That one's in there, 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. That one inside, and the count 1-2.
1-2.
The Dodgers threatening. Center field. Meadows settles under this one. Makes the catch. Runner tags for home. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And the lead is up to 5.
Well, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runners behind could have advanced, but they'll take what they got.
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
And Mookie takes. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Freeman at second. Ohtani on at first with 2 down. That one fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. That missed by a lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Tap dances out of the way of that one. First and second, 2 down. Swings and misses, struck him out. So they get 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. 8th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Tigers nothing. Back here at Chavez Ravine, ready to begin the 8th. And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Sasaki back to work. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Okay, Singy, I think we can say it's been a successful Major League debut for him on the mound. He's giving this organization and its fans some reasons to be excited about what he can do at this level.
I think so too, Boog. It's always such a good feeling to see someone attack a new challenge and do well at it. And that's what we're witnessing today. It's a brand new environment, and he's finding a way to succeed. He'll be humbled sooner or later, so that's going to come. But I've really liked what I've seen from him in this one. I think he belongs here.
Catcher, number 34, Jake Rogers.
2 down, bases empty. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Jake Rogers. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Tosses to first, and they go down fast. 3 outs on 3 pitches. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit.
Now pitching for the
Back
Tigers.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the
19.
bottom of the 8th. Will Vest.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And at the plate for the
Leading up
Dodgers,
for the
Teoscar
Dodgers,
Hernandez.
the left fielder,
1 for
Teoscar
3.
Hernandez.
Right through there for a strike. Vest fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but he's going to make the hitters beat him. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so the pressure is really on the batter to make something happen. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a pop-up. Torkelson sizing this one up. Makes the grab, 1 away.
And although you like the fact that guy throws strikes,
Now
guy gets
batting,
contact,
the
and not always great
catcher.
contact, the fact that when you have runners on, if that ball's in play, there's still a good chance that a run gets pushed across, whether it's earned or not.
And first offering is fouled off. Command in the zone is such a crucial part of it, right?
It's not just throwing strikes, but it's throwing quality strikes. It's having quality misses as well. What's a quality miss? Missing just off the plate rather than over the plate.
Next pitch is downstairs. Action in the pen down there. Bo Brisky getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Two, 1.
Next pitch in for a strike. It's 2-2. Swing and a ground ball. Fires across the diamond. Gets the catcher by a step.
Good late bite on that
Up
slider.
next,
Got the hitter out in front, rolled
the
over
right
on it.
fielder,
Exactly what
Michael
he was supposed to do.
2
Conforto.
outs, base is empty. And now Michael Conforto. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-1.
Two outs. That's down and in. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
2-2 is the count.
Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Looks like he's heading back out for the ninth as he'll go for the shutout when we get back.
Now pitching for the
We're back.
Dodgers.
It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Anthony Banda.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. And it's fouled away. In the air, right field. Conforto makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, Zach McKinstry.
And next to hit for Detroit, Zach McKinstry. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come. But you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
The shortstop takes the ball.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
And a foul ball. Flares it into the outfield. Oh, he gloves it.
The batter, the center fielder, Parker Meadows.
So they're down to their final out. And next up for the Tigers, Parker Meadows. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch just misses.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
That's a ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. He swings and fouls one off. Banda is just 1 strike away.
Ball.
Inside, just missed.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
2 outs. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. Sasaki with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
And the way they roll just Spitfire shirts.